Welcome back, guys. We're back from break. I got to cut a piece of my pie that I made earlier today.
Oh,
I
yeah.
kind of cut it a little early, so it's not as good as it should be, but it's still pretty good. So, and Travis, what are we doing? I don't wanna
You're
talk.
heading to the temple of Corallan Larethian, along with Amareth, who is
Where
proudly
you guys belong.
Yeah, where she's proudly leading the way in her cleric's vestments.
And my new wig.
And your new wig.
Because I needed it.
Durian, I've got a question for Durian. Now that your hair's gone and your skin's all healed, do you keep shaving it? Is it kind of a Heisenberg thing? Or do you let it grow back?
Right
Are you
now.
planning on
So what's
brewing
the state?
potions full of meth?
What is the state of my stubble? Anything or no?
It's literally stubble. Just stubble, very short.
Right now, I don't know. I was thinking about actually leaving it bald, but
Okay.
That was actually about.
I know that was
Boyfriend.
perfect timing.
Yeah, my boyfriend is just making random noises at hockey, so please ignore
He
that.
likes the bald durian look. Man.
Yeah, he likes to ball durian. That's actually what he is excited about, obviously. Yeah, he
Continuing
just said,
on.
"Oh, sweet, it's nice." So you know.
Awesome. So you're letting it grow back then, right?
At the moment, I am not shaving it, but
Okay. Cool.
I have designs on a crazy new hairdo. Yes.
Okay. Awesome. So Durian and Amareth, you only have a tiny bit of stubble, less than even Durian because your hair grows slower. But
It's fine. That's why I have
Yep.
a wig.
you have the wig though. Cool. So you guys head out to the temple, and you quickly come upon the temple quarters.
Okay,
the
really quick
temple-
before we do that though, like on the way to the shrine, or the temple, I'm getting really excited and explaining like Corallan to Dorian since he has never gone to the temple with Caven and I. So I'm like
Yes,
really
he has.
excitedly explaining. Has he?
Yeah, you've all been
When
in
we
there
got the- when we
after the
got the-
Elven Tomb
the-
mission.
The job,
Uh,
but like
Not for
Side
holy
job.
purposes.
But like not for So I'm like
Okay.
explaining the religion to him, like
Okay.
in full on the way there. Get him excited.
I'm not.
Cool.
I'm nodding, but I.
In one of your out the other.
Yes. No, not so much that. I'm doing things that'll make Amareth happy.
Good, that's right.
I see.
You should.
Okay, cool. So you guys are heading to the temple. You get there. Again, it's the temple quarter. It's kind of a big city block with temples to almost every god you can think of. There's large temples to Palor and Heronius. Medium-sized ones to Corallan Larethian and Moradin, and a couple little tiny temples to gods that aren't so great. Gods that are a little evil. Little evil.
Happens.
But they're there, and you guys walk into the medium-sized yet rather magnificent Temple of Corallan Larethian. Amareth kind of straightens her robes, adjusts her wig, and heads in.
Voice up the. You know.
Lifts and separates. Hey,
Mel!
come on! Clerics are not celibate in D&D. So,
Nah,
you
man.
walk in.
All right. So a cleric, a bard, and a ranger walk into a temple. All right.
Roll for initiative.
Yeah.
Cool.
Okay.
You
so-
walk in, it's fairly empty.
Okay. I would probably try and seek out like the head priest cleric guy
Yes.
again.
Yes.
I don't remember his
you would.
name. I don't feel like paging through all my notes to find it. Sorry.
We'll say that, yeah, shit, you don't remember his name at all.
Nope.
But you do head in, and, so you asked to see the high priest?
Yeah, because I'd like to give my tithe specifically to him.
Okay, excellent. So you ask for the high priest. He comes out and says, Amareth, good to see you again, my dear. I assume you've been spreading the good word of our god among the lands?
Oh, absolutely. That's why I brought another friend this time. You might recognize him.
I,
but he's
I,
for
I have
good.
a pained grin on my face.
Yes, it was Caben and Durian?
Yes, sir.
Ah, good to see you again. Good to see you again. Thank you again for the help with the thing and the stuff.
Have you heard
thing
anything
and the
more of the
stuff.
thing and the stuff?
I have not. Unfortunately, the requests for information I put out on the whereabouts of one Mr. Venrick have not yielded any information.
Hmm.
But
Oh, I found his name.
what is it?
Oh, I was-
Mikhail.
It is Mikhail.
Oh,
Good
nice.
job. you like remember as you're having this
I
conversation.
was like, oh yeah, that's his name.
Yeah, like you have to talk to him a little bit, place the
We've all
name
done
and
it.
the.
We've all done
Yep.
it.
Yep. I finally found it in my notes. I kept referring to him as High Priest in my notes, and I'm like, what's his name?
Cool. So you remember his name mid conversation. You don't shout it out loud because you grew up a lady, and yeah. So you're talking to him. He says he doesn't have any further information on Venrick, though the reward still stands for bringing him to justice.
You're making references I don't understand, but anyway.
Yeah.
Mikhail's name, a TV show.
You're
Oh, okay. All right.
Community or the
Anyways,
soup?
we're not renaming him. But okay, so I wouldn't tell him about the dragon bit. I would definitely leave that out since we're not supposed to really talk about it.
Yep.
But I'd tell him that we have had quite a big adventure that we just came back from. Took a lot of damage, but got a nice little reward, and that I'd like to kind of pay tribute to the temple, seeing as I've been here quite a few times.
Ah, absolutely, my dear. It's great when our clerics and our followers and our priests give back to the faith that gives them so much. Could
Exactly.
you tell me about this adventure? What did you run across?
We came across quite a few kobolds and some lizard folk, and they gave us a big struggle. There was a lot of them. However,
A dragon, too.
Wait, the dragon?
Amaranth just doesn't know what to say and kind of looks at Dorian.
Mikhail
Amaranth.
also looks at Durian.
And Dorian says,
We came across a... Listen, you're a man of the cloth and a man of discretion. Amaranth is being far too modest for her station. She had a hand in the dragon slaying. It explains my lack of hair, first of all.
I don't point out my wig at all.
He kind of looks and sees that no one's close to you, and like the red dragon, the one in the mountains.
I nod.
Suffice to say that money ill-gotten by the dragon has come into our possession, and perhaps an announcement will come from the king later. But you're a trustworthy person, and we've helped you out, and it is not something you would go boasting about in the streets. That's a patron of yours, but would have done such a deed. But yes, Amaranth is too modest.
Well, yes. I mean, of course. No. Yeah. So the king has the king been informed? Have you?
He knows we're to see him soon, but we're
Oh.
on some errands shortly. So
I see.
you are presented with us before the king is.
I see. I see. So it's more of a formal thing that's getting arranged.
I'll put it this way: we have come into. Oh, Amaranth, I don't mean to speak over you. I'm sorry.
Yeah, he's looking at you, Amaranth,
Uh,
like waiting for the
yeah.
follower of his god to say something.
Amaranth was very caught off guard by this and was just like, I don't know how much I should tell him. But yeah, I kind of explained the dragon fight and how we were able to slay the dragon and whatnot. And
I see. And as you're telling him this, he kind of beckons you back into his office, and
yeah, I wouldn't be talking about this very loud.
yeah.
Just, you
So
know,
he's
kind
like,
of
why don't we
hushed
talk
tones.
out here or in here? And he, again, comfortable office, like nice sitting couches, pours you some pretty decent wine. And yeah, do you speak a little more freely now that you're in
I
private?
don't give tons and tons of details, like especially
Okay.
with the loot, because I'm here to give my tithe, but not like 10% of what I have, because that would kind of be a lot.
Dude,
so-
elven tithes are 20%.
Oh, shh. If anyone, if Caven or Durian mentions that, I kick them. So
Yeah. So
No,
yeah,
so,
you fill him in on the basics.
Yeah, no, and I merely say that sir, my reason for speaking up, though my friends were caught off guard by it, is merely to say that we have come to you and done you a service and your temple a service in the past, or at least as I see it, and we have done a service again, and perhaps in the future. Amrith has her calling. I am someone who are.
I'm working on him.
Well, do not give up the fight,
is
my
always
dear.
looking ahead to the future, and should word of Venric, which you have heard nothing from I hear, but word of Venric or other things to the north, we have certain signs in the future that point us towards CN, so perhaps you have word there.
I see. Well, I believe you said he was last spotted north, heading north, right?
Mm-hmm.
Excellent. Yes. As for your part in killing this dragon, my dear, yes. If you'll excuse me, Sir Durian, I actually would love people to know that a cleric of Corlan Lorethian is involved in slaying such an evil beast. And I'm sure that when you see the king and a formal presentation is made, you would not neglect to mention your faith, as well as your excellent and brave companions who fought beside you.
Yes.
I think
keep
word
it on
can
the
get
down,
out.
though, for now.
If you understand.
Yes. If there's a formal
Political implications.
presentation to the king later, my lips are sealed until then. I have no doubt that news of this type would be made public. I would not see a reason it would be kept back.
Yeah, until we speak to the king, things are hushed, but
Of course.
afterwards we'll see where things go.
Excellent. So you mentioned something about a tithe, my dear. As I said, the Temple of Corlan Lorethian is always happy to receive tribute from its patrons.
Yes, no shocker there.
I watch Amrith closely.
Oh, you would.
Hey, anytime a coin sparkles in the sun, Durian
sees it.
Goes
Yeah.
away.
I will give 50 gold to the High Priest Mikhail now.
Yes. Okay, cool. So you give 50 gold. And I believe Durian kind of gave you the censer as well?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, you do have the sensor.
He kind of said, like, this is your own thing. Were you intending to keep that for your own prayers,
Yeah,
or
I don't know
donate
how much
that?
of a use it would be to me. Like, I don't, like...
Of no practical use. Like, you,
Of no practical
especially,
use.
yeah, since you're traveling, you're not, like, you don't have a big
Chilling and meditating and
sense.
stuff.
Yeah.
Okay.
Your meditation is more on the road and where you are, rather than in a formal temple setting.
Okay,
It's
I would
certainly a-
donate that as well.
Okay. Cool. And he sees it and his eyes light up. This is a valuable item, my dear. I must say I'm impressed. The gold will certainly go to good use, but this is something our temple will cherish and display and use with great fervor. Thank you, my dear.
Can you tell us anything about it?
It's a beautifully made censer. Is there anything more that I should know about it?
We were just, I don't know, I guess Kate was wondering, like, if he knew, if there's, like, markings on it, if they're spiritual or anything, where it would come from, if it's from...
Let me look at it. Seems to be a sun and stars and land design and some silver here on the side. It doesn't point to any known god. if it were to Palor, it would be a sun-only design. If it were to blah 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 blah.
Okay.
He doesn't think it's associated with any certain religion. It's just a really nice.
Okay. When you first start, I got this image of the high priest like, well, Kevin, this is the sun. These are the stars.
And you see this,
Here are
this
the
is
t-
silver
here are the two
decorating the sides of it. Lovely.
Okay.
Yeah, he basically gives you the Antique Roadshow like rundown. It doesn't appear to be any certain religion. It's just really nicely made item.
Okay.
Check for auction, maybe 50 gold,
Yeah.
25
I can maybe give you 2 gold for it.
Yeah, I was
60
gonna
to
say.
75 gold. This is value.
Yeah, he
You guys.
recognizes that it's a beautiful item. For temple, it's worth more than its material worth. It's
Right.
a beautiful thing.
Right.
Okay.
He really liked it.
Let
It's
it
fancy.
bless your ceremonies.
I look
Think
at
you might
Amaranth
do-
and smile and like a self-satisfied smile for making
Of
sure that she
course.
got that item.
Yeah, because she didn't give him shit for gold. She gave him 50.
Hey! It's something!
It is something, and he's super happy with the item. He loves it. He is
Okay,
he
good.
is ecstatic about the donation.
I gotta buy, like, weapons and armor and things.
Absolutely,
man.
you do.
I need to not die.
You guys hang out. He you enjoy some wine, a few tales of your travels. I assume there was nothing more. Like, you caught up with him. He hasn't heard anything about Venric. Was there anything more you wanted at the time?
You know,
Has
I
he
was
heard
trying to
anything
think of-
about Rabastion? Rabastion. Whatever, however you pronounce it.
I frown at the mention of his name.
Yes, young Rabaston was, well, he was starting a journey quite similar to yours. I don't think he was quite as martial.
Where was he
Quite as,
headed?
quite
A
as
journey.
martial as you, my dear.
Oh,
I apologize. I don't remember exactly which direction he was headed in.
oh, okay. Well,
But
that's
last
fine.
time I saw him, he was
Talking a lot.
yes, as vigorous as ever.
Bright-eyed and bushy-tailed.
Very much so, Durian. Very much so.
He's good at that, apparently.
Yep.
Talking right fast and a lot. Alright. So I'll kind of work on parting ways with him and go, like, pray for a bit.
Yeah.
Kind of
yeah.
try and get Kaven and Durian to do the same, like, follow, like, you know,
Absolutely,
kind
yep.
of show him how to pray, I guess you could say.
Yeah, you go into
He's
the
uncultured.
temple, you kind of, you do whatever religious symbology you have, and
Yeah, no,
Kaven,
no,
Durian,
no.
are you participating, are you actively listening, or are you ignoring?
Politely nod and look attentive, but I'm not really listening.
Oh,
Okay.
And I'm
You're-
I'm actually whispering something to you, so hold on.
lame.
Wait, did we make a rule no more whispers?
Yeah, we made a
Yeah,
rule
what-
about
what
that,
do you-
guys.
It's nothing of consequence.
Lame.
2 or 4?
On
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 behalf
behalf of.
Okay, cool. Awesome.
Kaven, I guess, is really short, kind of like unsure of himself, little prayer, like a,
Yeah, I mean, you're an elf. You know of the elven god. I mean, you might not be someone who practices it, but just growing up as an elf, you know some of the very basics.
exactly,
Like,
exactly.
here's the handshake. Here's the 3-sentence really common prayer. Blah blah blah.
Yep, it says that.
Awesome. Cool. And you guys
I
head out?
just did, guys, so you can't claim that I didn't let you know.
What?
What did you what?
What?
Oh, you don't have. It's fine. That's something. That's
I
all right.
did it anyway, just for
Okay.
fun's sake.
Cool.
What? What?
Where did
What
he
happened?
put it? Because I'm not actually seeing it in
Twitch chat.
Good shot.
Twitch. Oh, Twitch chat.
Oh, I was like, where is it?
Okay.
Okay.
You guys know nothing.
No,
I know
nothing.
No idea.
You know nothing, Jon Snow. Excellent. You guys depart. You guys depart.
So I asked
where
on
do you
our way
head
out
now?
if Amaranth thinks that Joel McHale will be giving us thinks that he'll make a donation to our cause.
Mikhail's his first name.
Well, we
Mikhail
just Well, I
Mikhail,
just gave
Joel.
him a donation, so I don't see why he would give us a donation
Well,
back.
we've rid the land of something that causes
Durian.
reaps terror and sorrow and injury.
I think we might get something from the king, so I don't really think we have to worry about getting something from my temple.
I love this. Durian's like, so we've given him about 120 gold. Is he going to give us 1,000 gold?
Yeah, right?
It's not. No. Actually, you put it really well, Travis. It's like, so we've given him a couple hundred gold, 100 plus gold worth of goods. What's he gonna do for us now? What'd you come here for, Imran?
Yeah.
Durian, this isn't.
God.
You don't come to temples expecting to get stuff back.
I don't know. We have a pretty good business relationship with him at this point.
Amherst kind of does like the shush hand movement thing, like shh, just zip it.
Yeah. Cool. Durian, you get that.
I say,
As you're walking along, where are you heading to?
Llewellyn's.
Excellent.
Sure.
You head to Llewellyn's. I figured you'd want to head up
I was
there.
about to say it, so.
Excellent. You have kind of a discussion / argument on philosophical
No, there's
differences.
no discussion. I say my piece and then I'm quiet and smiling after that.
And
Pray for more hair.
as she adjusts her wig.
Yes.
Awesome.
Exactly.
I pray for more gold, Amherst. It's quite good.
You guys get to Llewellyn's, and you what? Yeah, you miss Nina. You have no idea that
That's
she
kind
went.
of why I was like, well, I'm going to Llewellyn's anyway. But I was like, well, Nina just did all this and we
Yep.
weren't there. I'm not gonna be there.
Nope, she wasn't there.
Good.
Cool. So you walk into Llewellyn's, and he is smiling behind the counter as usual. Ah, my friends, come in, come in.
Llewellyn.
Nina and
Llewellyn!
Caven, Durian, Amaranth.
I come up and I give him
Big hugs.
a big hug,
He is a little surprised, but returns your hug quite graciously.
and then I say, thank you. Your good service in the past kept us well and hearty.
Ah, Durian, my friend, and he claps you on the shoulder. I'm glad I could help. I'm glad I could help. I am a simple merchant, but I am always eager to help those who will come back and frequent my shop in the future.
I give him a
Send one
knowing
breath.
smile.
He gives a hearty laugh because he knows you. He says, Caben, my friend, and he holds out his hand. You guys do more of a bro shake, less of a hug.
The elf handshake.
Yeah, the elf handshake, you know. And Amaranth, my dear, and he kisses your hand as you hold it out. I am so glad to see the three of you. Nina and Mizuti stopped in here earlier. I'm just so happy you came back. And I hear, word on the street, little birdie, I hear you may need my services.
Perhaps.
Llewellyn,
What in this world can I do for you?
I look at him and I say, Llewellyn, I'm looking to acquire, and I list off the amount of goods to identify for magical items. I sort of look at him in the eye.
You say you need 4 pearls. You say, I already have an owl feather, and I think I can get some wine somewhere else. Something of that nature?
I say that, yeah.
Ah, and he smiles and says, Durian, my friend, I am more than happy to sell you these items, but I would love to be the one who casts the spell for you. I am eager to see what you have recovered from... And he kind of looks. There are other customers. Like, Llewellyn's shop is always very busy. It's actually a bit notable that he always singles you out as soon as you come in to give you his personal attention. Just what your characters observe. He says, Durian, my friend, I would be happy to do that for you. And of course, the receipt of identification would be waived. The cost would be waived upon any trade-ins.
Llewellyn, you always know how to drive a hard bargain, but I'll be frank with you that these certain treasures were hard got, and by the way...
I
sure
see
that
your...
I'm sure that your business is also benefiting from this. How much does one get from jars of eyeballs?
Why don't you roll me a diplomacy check?
And I don't mean this like insultingly.
No.
obviously.
You're asking like, what do dragon's eyes go for? Because this is knowledge you don't really have.
Nope, I don't. It's true. 24.
24. Durian, always an eye toward the business side. You know, dragons are rare creatures. They're powerful, magically powerful. And, well, the chance to come upon dragon's eyes doesn't happen very often. And that's why when Mizuti came to me with her story and her knowledge and her experience, well, I thought, you know, this is the type of woman who is dedicated. She can do the job she seeks to do, which is why I gifted to her some very expensive items, very expensive, in the hopes that she would return and we would both make a decent profit. Now, obviously, Mizuti has succeeded beyond my dreams, and, well, let's put it this way, Durian. If you come across any dragon's eyes, and someone makes you an offer for them, I'll come over the top it. 15-20%.
I wave and say, "Say no more. Say no more." I will admit, these items I seek to lay claim to. Some of them you know nothing about, but some have already potentially use for us. And
I
therefore,
understand.
Perhaps though, I could give you the first look at. It would save on my work, and perhaps if they're not as useful as I would hope, it would save on your work
Muted.
too.
Oh, sorry. My thing came unplugged.
Okay. Now, I was saying, perhaps I could save on my work over the next couple days, and I could save on your future work should we wish to cash these in. Perhaps we could split this. You sell me now, and you seek to make a profit for, which I'm happy to give, on materials for 2 items that I wish to cast myself, and then I leave 2 with you that I think perhaps would be of interest to you.
I can certainly do that. I just don't want to see you waste your gold, because any items I do purchase, I have to personally identify. I'm sure you understand.
Oh, I perfectly understand. Let us say it's the joy of finding things oneself, and I wish to have a hand in that.
I understand.
And I'm happy to give you the extra profit.
Tell you what, I can sell you... Okay, so you want him to identify 2, and then you identify 2, right?
Yep. Yes.
Okay. Absolutely, of course. I'm never going to turn down a request for my services. And he asks, what items would I be identifying?
A pair of bracers, red and black.
And I assume you have the items on, you pull them out.
I forget who I gave what to whom.
You gave me
You have the sword,
braces.
and
No, I think the
sword,
bracers and the
shield
shirt.
was
The
given to
bracers and the
Nina.
shirt are with Caben.
They are.
The shield
Yeah,
is with.
Nina took the gems.
Shield-
So you
shield
have
with
the
it.
items on the 3 of you.
Okay.
Or no, you have the shield, Nina?
Yeah,
Nina?
Nina.
Yeah, that's when he gave me the shield.
Okay, cool.
Well,
I got nothing.
I say I have bracers here, and I think a young girl that you met has the other item I wish to, and I would make a quick run to go fetch that and bring it back to you. But bracers of red and black of peculiar design. I did not have time was pressing, as you might imagine. I didn't have time to examine them closely.
Absolutely. Have you confirmed they're magical?
Yes.
Then I won't even bother. I will identify these at once. And by
And
at
then-
once, I mean tonight. I'd prefer not to drink too much on the job.
I understand. And then a shield, quite a magnificent shield of, and then I describe
Silver
it
and
of-
gold and green.
Yeah, like large and heavy silver with gilded green and gold as well. It seems to be a pair with another item I have in my possession that I would like to have a look at for my own gratification.
I see. Yes, a shield is always nice, but another item, well, shield, you'd probably need a lance or a spear or a sword to go with it. Well,
I look at him and I say, perhaps, and you know that even if I have to pay the service charge of having you identify it, you know in the offering that should they not be useful to our future quests, that perhaps a set is coming to you.
Absolutely. Trust me, my friend, the wonder of discovery, it's why I love this job. People like you who bring in magic items for me to identify, you don't know how thrilling this is. Excellent. So these bracers and the shield, I
will go and fetch and bring back to you in 20 minutes or something.
Excellent. So I will... You or Nina, whoever steps in, I'll take the shield. It's 120 gold to identify them, 100 for the pearls. So I'll sell you the 2 pearls now for 200 gold. The item identification cost, we'll settle that once you come back, because again, I will factor any costs into a trade.
Yep. So so I give him 200 gold.
Okay.
I'm doing this math because, well, at least Nina said she'd be happy to split these costs, but I'll figure this out on my piece of paper.
Okay.
Because I already took 100 gold from Nina, but I'm going to give her a refund, basically. So.
Cool.
And yeah, I tell I hand over the bracers and.
Yep.
The shirt intrigues me, and the sword is magnificent, so I took those.
Did you say that out loud to him?
No. That was
Okay,
I was saying
cool.
to the.
Because you haven't mentioned shirt.
I haven't mentioned
he would
it
ask.
at all.
Okay, awesome. So he sells you 2 pearls, and he says, I hope your identification goes well. I hope you find it something that you would find useful. And if not, I'm always happy to buy as well as sell. Speaking of selling, while you're in here, are you interested in looking at any wares? I actually have an item, Durian, that you might find very interesting. And he says, please stay here one moment. And he goes to the back and
I was gonna say, Travis, I peruse his goods, but you could just send the list or whatever. But if he's got something special,
no, he comes out with a sheathed rapier.
You bastard!
It's a fairly simple looking sheath, brown and black, finely made. It's a basket hilt, so it covers your whole hand.
Mm-hmm.
Nice red with black kind of cage design over it, and a somewhat weird looking little spigot at the end. And he says this, and he takes it out of the sheath with a little flourish. It is an interesting little item I bought just a few days ago. I was down up in the bay, and, a sailor of 20 years' experience sold this to me. Told me it saved his life twice within his 2 decades on the sea, and I believe him, and tell you why. This is a minorly enchanted rapier, but it has a few special qualities that you might find very interesting. Every day it recharges with a power that allows you to, how's the best way to say this? Allows you to feel no fear. It, in fact, protects you from fear for a duration of time. In fact, if you're hit by something that would cause you to become frightened, it will instantly negate that effect. Also, and I believe you'll like this, Durian, he sets it down and grabs a pitcher and pours you just a little something. Take a drink.
I look at it and I smile at him and I take a sip.
You have just drank some cool, refreshing water.
Okay.
He says, normal water, right? And he puts the little spigot end just right against the pitcher and says, let's have a drink. And he pours you a full glass now.
I drink.
You are tasting some delicious hearty ale.
Durian needs this.
Durian tries to say,
Tries to hide his excitement.
but says, Llewellyn, you're too good at this. When are you going to retire?
I know, I'm just evil, aren't I? Yes, it can transform up to 8 gallons of not only fresh water like this, but also contaminated water or even salt water into ale. 8 gallons full will be a fair bit weaker than this. However, 8 gallons of ale versus salt water. The captain of this ship that I bought this from said it saved his life twice. Ship racked by storms, sails needing weeks to repair, and barrels of fresh water split and spilled. Well, you repair a barrel, you put some salt water in there, and you transform it into nice hearty ale, and you have living sailors rather than corpses in the sea.
And this is reusable. It happens
Yes,
once a
yes.
24-hour period, perhaps?
Yes, and he explains that it is a +1 rapier that can do the water to ale trick once a day and the save from fear trick once a day.
Nice.
And this is a special item. It's called, well, I believe you'll like this, it's called the Carouser's Retort.
I'm laughing at
And
the
he-
joy Travis had in coming up with that name.
I know, right?
Yeah. And he sheathes it and sets it down and says, Durian, my friend, I think this is perfect for you. It's perfect for you.
You have me pegged well. All right, give me the damage.
The
What am I looking
damage,
at?
not too bad. 3,200 gold.
That isn't too bad, actually. All right, fair enough. I say,
Sold.
Llewellyn, do not let this rapier go until we meet again in a couple days' time.
I must admit, Durian, I am a businessman, but I will have these items identified for you on the morrow. I will hold it until then.
That is fair, but remember, I have word on a sword and something else you may be interested in. So
I understand.
And I know some of your goods. I have perused your wares. This rapier, the Carouser's Retort, is not going to make or break your retirement,
Oh, it certainly won't.
but
I just thought you
perhaps
might
keep
be
me in
interested.
mind for it.
I'll keep it in the back until tomorrow, shall I?
Fair enough. All right.
And before you leave, Amareth, my dear,
Yes?
how often do you find yourself casting magical spells in combat?
Like every day.
Every day
on
and
the
day.
road.
baby.
On the road.
Every day. I have items that you might be interested in. And he pulls out a pair of blue and black bracers. Not completely dissimilar to the ones you handed him. These would, let's just say it would make it easier to cast spells when you're beset by foes right beside you.
Ah.
Okay. And how much is it gonna set me back?
Well, these are rather expensive items. They would be on the realm of 5,000 gold, but they would grant you a bonus whenever you need to concentrate to make sure you're not hit while casting a spell, and thrice a day they would allow you to consult the fates and take the better of 2 options on such a instance.
Divination. Or something.
No.
No.
Is that re-rolling?
3 times a day you can choose the better of 2 concentration check rolls.
Okay.
Oh, okay, so it's like rolling with advantage.
When
and-
casting defensively. Yep. So you roll 2 and take the better.
Okay, well,
They would be on the realm of 5,000 gold. I understand from my dear Mizuti that you're not at all poor at this point, but I'm sure you have to prioritize your purchases.
damn it, Travis, I'm still
Understandable.
poorer than that.
So, why don't I perhaps keep these here until tomorrow?
Yeah.
Excellent, excellent, my friends. I will see you on the morrow.
Okay. All right. Now I wish I
Wait,
could.
was he gonna give us his goods?
What's that?
Was he gonna tell us the good? I thought he was gonna tell us everything he had in stock.
Oh, yes. You can peruse his wares as well. He does mention, actually, my friends, it's unfortunate I sold quite a few of the items I had. At least the ones on the lower end of the spectrum. It appears the talk of war just keeps drumming up, and well, lords with money stop in, they want to have extra assurances on the battlefield. I offer them what I can. And he shows you everything else.
Oh boy.
By the way, I forgot to do this earlier, but when I was there with Llewellyn, I would say that.
Say
Wink.
what?
Though I
Say
think he
what?
already knows when we. Fire is pushing the man.
He knows. Oh, of course he knows that. He just got
Gotta-
your dragon eyeballs.
I can't believe you're actually even letting us look at things that cost over 20,000 gold.
I know, right?
Does the
Well,
king have that much money?
If we combine our current money, we can afford some of it.
No,
That's
thank
enough.
you. No, thank you.
Yeah, I don't think we're gonna.
Oh,
be
God.
doing that.
I
my
don't
God.
want to limit any of your options. Llewellyn's shop is by far the biggest magic shop any of you have ever been in.
Okay.
You've literally never seen someone selling
It's like
this
Costco,
many.
but for like magic items.
Uh,
Damn.
Okay.
Yeah, it's not at all like Costco. It's
Fine.
You've
God.
never seen this many quality magic items.
Okay.
A normal
Travis-
shop will have one or two of these.
Okay. Caveman peruses and then he's ready to go.
Sure.
What is this Slangham 2,303 gold?
It's a special monk weapon. You need exotic weapon proficiency.
Oh,
to use
okay.
it.
I was just
I
wondering.
rolled. I'm sorry. It was common melee weapon.
No. It's alright. I was just curious because I saw that. I'm like, I've never
It's
heard of that.
affordable. Yeah. But if someone rolls a monk, I don't want there to be no options, so I left it there.
Cool. So, okay, my next character will be half monk, half wizard. It's all good.
That's a terrible combination.
Yeah, that's like gonna be like the dumbest thing I've ever heard
I'm
of.
not
Monk
supposed
with-
to be a tank.
You
I'm just supposed to be fireballs and
It's just
punching.
like a dumb combo. Like, who does that?
It literally
Monk wizard.
requires 5 different stats.
Yeah,
I
like,
know. Have you seen my stat rolls?
that doesn't mean anything.
Also, yes. So, anyway, you guys peruse his stock, talk with Llewellyn for a while. Yeah. So I assume that's it.
That's it.
Yeah.
Cool. You
I
guys
need to
head
figure out
out.
where the hell I'm getting like 100 gold.
I should assume one of you is going to try and run me down for the shield.
We're gonna
Yeah,
run
so
you
you-
down.
I go back
Kill
to
you, take
the palace and I look for Nina in her room because I think you went back to the palace anyway.
I did. I had nothing else. to do.
So, yeah, you
Wait.
guys go back to the castle.
Really, really quick, so don't
find
forget
me
this.
there? Sure.
So don't forget this again. Just on the way to the palace, or Caveman go off on its own. He wants to sell his shield and buy a buckler.
Okay. Would he think to make mention of that in Llewellyn's shop?
I guess.
Because, like, people are dealing with stuff. You tell me. What
I
do you
mean,
think?
when I asked for the wares, I didn't see anything in there, so I didn't.
Okay,
I didn't
so
see
you-
anything. No.
Awesome. No, that's fine. So, cool. You go to an armorer, and you look to sell your shield. Like, oh, this is a finely crafted shield.
Oh, thank you.
Where'd you get this? This is really nice.
Yeah.
Looks like it's barely been used.
Yeah, I got it from my
a little-
grandpa.
Little singed on this end.
Yeah.
Looks fine, though.
A little singed.
Alright,
It's,
well,
it's in fine working condition.
says, well, I can give you 70 gold for that.
Sounds good. Do you sell bucklers here?
Yeah, I got bucklers. You need a buckler?
Yeah, I'd love one.
Excellent. Yeah, let me go grab one from the back.
You got.
And he,
I guess I'm asking for a nice masterwork buckler if they have one.
you're gonna have to specify. He comes out with a buckler. Looks functional.
Okay, how do I specify that? Do you got any nicer ones, or?
Nicer ones. Ooh. I don't have one on me, but I can create one for you. You're thinking something real high quality, you know.
Only the
Spend
highest.
the extra time and effort and gold to make it.
Yep, I understand.
Yeah, I can build you something like that. Let's see. For something like that, it'll run you about 170 gold.
170. Well, I just sold that for 35. Yeah, sure, done.
Alright, well, tell you what. I'll get started working on it. We'll take your shield here for 70 gold towards the construction, and then you come back here in 2 days, and I should have it done for you.
Sounds good. Thank you very much,
All right,
Master
old prospector.
Worker.
Alright, excellent.
What'd you say, Jimmy?
I said, all right, old prospector.
Alright, different accents are hard to do.
He had nothing to do after the gold rush and Platinus ended. All right.
Cool. So you're getting a masterwork buckler created. Excellent. 2 days.
Okay.
And you head back to the castle, and Nina is there.
What up?
I say, come. I'm splitting the work with Llewellyn. We're giving him the shield to identify.
Whoosh to Llewellyn.
Okay, so we go over. We give the shield to Llewellyn to identify.
Yeah.
Cool. And,
And
now
I give 50 gold to Nina
okay.
Okay.
because she gave me 100 before she whooshed out in the first place. Because I took 100 thinking I was going to do split the cost of 4 identify spells.
But you're only doing 2. Gotcha.
Only 2,
Well,
so I give her 50
hang on.
gold back, and I ask Caben and Amareth for 50 gold apiece.
Sure.
Okay.
Hand it over. No questions asked.
I'll also give it over.
So that means we each spent 50 gold. And then, are we meeting the king today? Or no?
You're meeting him later tonight at dinner. A couple of the servants tell you. You have you have 3 or 4 hours before
Do I
that.
have time for an identify spell?
You have
If I-
time for 2 identify spells.
I go and get roaring drunk.
Before meeting the king.
Perhaps maybe you don't want to do Roaring Drunk.
That's
It's
the
only-
price of the spells. 2
Well-
bottles of wine.
You don't have to drink the whole bottle.
Okay. Well, then I call it. I actually, the way I'm going to
But
do
he
this,
wants
That's
to.
how Durian's
I ask
always done it.
for,
Though. He's always.
I call a servant and ask for a lunch and 2 bottles of wine from the cellars to samples. Fine bottles.
Yes, absolutely, sir. Coming right up.
There you
And
go. Save
they-
that cost.
They bring it along.
Cool.
And you reach into your spell component pouch and pull out a rather battered-looking owl feather. But an owl
intact.
feather nonetheless. And I assume you take a couple hours to cast the spells.
Yep.
Cool. So which one are you doing first?
I'll do the shirt first.
Okay. Is it alright to let everyone know, or do you want to...
Yeah. We'll live this out. I mean, I don't tell them until I tell them, but I'll make it public.
Sure.
Is it the chain shirt or is it like a?
It's a silk
It's a
shirt.
shirt.
Oh, a
Yeah.
shirt.
Black
Oh,
and
okay.
silver shirt thing.
Okay, and that is now in the journals.
Oh.
You'll find it under the Q. It is a quick runner's shirt. It's a black shirt with silver trim made of a light gossamer thin fabric. Once per day, as basically a swift action, an immediate action, you can take an additional move action on your turn.
Well,
That
could that
could
be not just moving, but also like loading my crossbow?
It could be loading a crossbow, it could be
Wow.
doing a double move and then a normal attack, it could be doing a move and then a full attack. Once per day.
That's
Wow.
nice.
So
That
can
is
this be
nice.
worn under armor?
Absolutely.
Okay. That's the important thing. I was like, ooh, that would suck otherwise.
That could be good for Caven, actually. He can
could-
reach 60 feet.
Could be good for everyone.
Absolutely
Could
all
be good
of
for
you.
all of us.
Absolutely
You
all
all
of
could-
you could
You
find
could
that
do a
useful.
double move with only the cost of 1 move. You could still get an attack
Yep.
in.
Yeah.
Or you could do a move and do a full attack round. So
Mhm.
get all of your attacks and stuff off. All
Keep
right,
it cheap.
and,
Yeah, Fenwick next time he tries to run away 80 feet a turn.
Yeah.
Right?
and then
Fuck that dude.
after a couple of glasses of wine, you crush up another pearl.
Yep.
All right, and you identify and pull out the bastard sword. Once again, as you pull it from its sheath to see it, it turns your vision green.
Vision green, that's what it did.
Yes. And you pull it out, and you identify that this is a bastard sword, a +2 bastard
Whoa.
sword
Whoa.
of dark vision. It's a +2 bastard sword with a green metal blade, silver accented crossguard, black leather grip, and a large tourmaline gem in the pommel. Holding the sword outside of its scabbard gives the wielder dark vision up to 60 feet, though their vision is entirely in shades of green, regardless of how
Do you
much
have
light
a handout handout for this?
I do, and I'm just giving
Nice.
that to you.
Whoa. Very green.
Oh dear.
Cool.
Wow.
Damn. I should have gone with my original idea, damn it.
Yeah, well, that's what I was like, why is this, you didn't want this, like, can you use a bastard sword?
No, I gotta get exotic weapons.
No, you can use a bastard sword, but for you it will be a two-handed weapon. But you can use it. You can use it one-handed after getting the feat.
I can't
Oh.
use it one-handed, right?
You can't use it any-handed.
Got it.
Yeah, it's a martial weapon, basically.
Yep. If you use it two-handed, it's a martial weapon. If you use it one-handed, you need the exotic weapon feat.
Hmm.
So
Oh.
yes, Nina and Caben can use it right now.
Really?
Actually, I can't clerics use it?
Nope, they don't have all martial weapons.
Oh.
Okay.
Cool. So you relay that to the party. And
Yeah, I tell them excitedly and somewhat tipsy. Guys.
you guys all know now what the sword and shirt do.
Oh,
Fancy.
got some good loot.
Seriously.
This sword,
only half
let
of it,
me
right?
let me actually go back to the chat. This sword will sell for quite a bit to Llewellyn, unless someone chooses to use it.
I think so.
Quite a bit. I mean, he was selling a +2 dagger for 10,000, and this is a bastard sword with an additional property. Now, he's not going to buy something with the same markup that he would sell for, but, and I bet you it's a companion to its shield piece that he's identifying tonight.
What do you think? 15?
I don't know that he'll offer over 10, but he will offer, and that rapier really did catch my eye.
Yeah.
And those bracers really caught my eye.
Well, I was there talking with him about fixing the rod. He did tell me you can chant some items.
Oh, you're getting the rod fixed. Excellent.
Well,
That's kind
yeah,
of you.
it was my accident. I'll fix it.
It was RNGesus. We can't.
He's a special god, but
Yeah,
a
that-
fickle god.
That god. That god.
I could use it, but I'd be more comfortable wielding a scythe if I was going to have to wield it two-handedly.
Well, it's your preference. I don't know if any of us.
Alright, well-
We should talk about it. I think we can actually
I don't
accelerate this
wanna.
conversation by
Yeah.
talking in real life and saying, "Do you guys want to try? Anyone want to try and use it?"
No.
Obviously, no.
No. Okay. Good. So I recommend to the party that we sell it.
Yep.
Yep.
And unless the shield is, I don't know that it fits with anything else, and I think Llewellyn would offer a hefty price for the pair of them. I believe they're going to be a set pair.
As for the shirt, I sort of point to Durian or Cave and I say, one of you is the best using
I
it.
would fully agree. I think it's anyone it could be useful for.
Anyone.
Nina, you're already powerful in melee combat, and if you were able to get there even faster before enemies had a chance to react, that would be most useful. And Amreth would be useful for you because you could both move and cast more involved spells.
I could. Those bracers, though.
Right. Well,
let's
then
see what
Let's,
perhaps
let's see what the others are before we see. Who
Well, no,
uses
she's
what.
talking about wanting the Spellguard bracers to purchase, but we should
Oh.
find out about the bracers Llewellyn has, yes.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
Then perhaps we pull some money because whatever items we buy is for the good of the party, no matter if one person's using it.
True. Very
Yep.
true,
Yeah.
Kevin.
And Amrith
Right.
has saved our butts plenty of times with those heals.
That is very true. I
On that
keep you from
topic-
dying.
Before we go, we should pull some money together and buy some healing potions. Some
I
good
don't
ones.
think we need to do that now. I think we have a dinner with the king to attend to.
I said before we leave.
We will.
Yeah,
Bye-bye.
let's see what we get from the king.
Oh, boy.
To the king! As we
Cool.
just hang
Dinner.
out.
So yeah, you guys,
And
hang
Travis
out
is
and-
laughing because the king's going to throw us in jail before slaughtering us, and it would help to have had healing potions.
I'm just, okay. So you, I can't believe no one wants to use that sword. What's wrong with you people?
I mean, it's fantastic,
I
but
can't
none of
use
us,
it,
none of us
so-
has a particular affinity for. I can't.
But
I would
I-
use it if I could.
Well, see-
if
Yeah, I
could
would use it if I could use it, but
I
I
would
can't.
use it if I went the original pathway of last weapons as I was originally planning character creation. But a scythe gives me +2 damage anyway, so if I get a good scythe, it's better
Oh,
than the
so
bar.
sad that you can't use it one-handed.
It's a great item, Travis. It's a great item, but I can't. I wouldn't be able to do it until I took martial weapons and.
Scythes are so stupid! Why are you doing this?
I know!
Why
I
did you
regret
pick
this
this
already, Travis. Don't make it worse.
Travis,
It's only
the-
testament. It's testament to the fact that we like you as DM, Travis. That we're even considering keeping an item that we don't want to use just to make you
all right.
happier.
Okay, fine. Okay, you guys go to the stupid dinner with the stupid. No. The servants come around and they, help you all. They tell you all it's time to get dressed, and you head off
Alright.
to dinner
Some-
with the king. And it's
Dinner with the king.
Some of the waiters spit in our food, don't they?
yeah, it's actually I don't know if I ever said dinner. I didn't mean to say dinner so
Okay,
much as
an audience.
it's an audience with the king.
Okay,
yes.
okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I didn't have food in mind. So cool, you guys are led to the throne room, which I don't.
And I loudly demand, "Where's dinner?"
Yeah, I don't believe you. Well, you are a little drunk right now.
No.
So you guys head in there, and you're escorted by a few guards, and the doors open up to the throne room, and there's King Henry the Bold sitting on the throne, his brother beside him, several knights in gleaming armor behind them, and the prince kind of beckons you, or he comes up to you and says, "Please come in. My brother is excited to meet you all," and leads you up and says, "Brother, good king, I present to you the champions, the dragon slayers. Please present yourselves to the king."
Curtsy.
Good
I've got a big
king.
smile on my face.
I am Durian Burr, bard and leader of this party.
Curtsy, Nina Emberfloy, Your Majesty.
I kind of roll my eyes at what Dorian said, by the way,
Yep.
and then I introduce myself as Lady
Oh
Amrosera.
God. Where am I from?
He nods at you, Lady Amareth. Gaben, you're next
I
in
know.
line.
I can't find where I'm from. Okay, Caven bows and introduces himself as Caven Schlandral.
Very
Okay,
quiet.
and
Schlan-
I am
Schlangerl.
Mizuti, your grace.
Oh yeah, Mizuti's with us. That's cool.
He kind of stands up and says, "You are all brave souls. You're the type of people I hope my soldiers aspire to be. When word first reached me of the dragon's defeat, I was amazed. I wasn't sure that normal mortals would be able to battle such a beast, at least not in such a low number. We have taken and preserved the head of this foul red dragon, and I hope it will please you to hear that we will be speaking with our neighbors to the west and letting them know of your great accomplishment. I would like to reward you all with two things. First, the honorary title of Knights Draconis of Palatinus.
Ooh.
And he motions to a servant who presents each of you with kind of a medallion, something you would pin on your shirt.
A medal, hooray!
Yeah. And I know that such battles are costly. And I have something I hope will be commensurate to that cost. And he waves forward another servant who with a big bag that jingles as he walks. 5,000 gold to you, fair adventurers. 1,000 each. I hope you find this quite useful in your future endeavors.
I bow deeply.
Yep.
Curtsy again.
I curtsy and thank him. Because
I must say I am glad my brother hired such capable people to fight in the name of Palatinus, and we shall certainly let, again, our neighbors to the west know what you have done. Your names will be added to our list of Knights Draconis. I must admit it has been 200 years since anyone has been named to the order. And Arimastus the White, well, he may have been a bit larger than your red dragon, but certainly quite fierce. You are in good company. And they actually wheel out a skull, a dragon skull, and it is it's big. It's easily bigger than two of you.
Oh.
This is what we've killed?
No, this is the. He presents to you the skull of Arimastus the White, the last dragon Slain. Thank you. Fucking A. Stanley. The last dragon slain in Palatinus, which happened 200 years ago. He says, I would beckon you all to transcribe your names in our books of our Knights Draconis, and I would be honored by you accompanying me to a feast tonight.
Absolutely.
Let's have a feast.
My king, thank you. That would be most welcome, and we're grateful for your recognition. And
Excellent.
to hear that times that have been bad may be getting better.
Yes, well, one can certainly hope. And he kind of filters off into a doorway, and some servants come around, hand you your items, and they actually bring you to a smaller, like almost an office with the prince to sign the Book of the Knights Draconis. And he actually says to you, "Oh, that went well. I was a bit worried. I think I told you before, but my brother wasn't initially happy about this whole thing, but
Certainly.
I believe we've smoothed everything out, and I've impressed upon him the wisdom of letting those who he sees as our enemies know the might of the kingdom can be used not only for antagonism, but also for cooperation."
A wise choice.
If anything, it's good to hear that something will come of this, lasting beyond merely the death of the beast.
Yes, yes.
And
And thank you again. And please, copy down your names. It's been a long time since we've added anyone to the order.
so does this mean I get the title Sir, Travis? I'm not a landed noble, but
Depends where you go.
Call yourself sir, man.
You're an honorary Knight Draconis.
honorary through deeds, not through, I gave a speech at graduation.
Yeah. Take it as you will. Do you ask this question?
I say,
Yeah, if he
Prince
would
Louis,
allow it.
forgive me my common upbringing, but how shall I introduce myself now? This is a weighty honor that I am happy to take, but do not know what it confers.
Well, word of your deeds will certainly spread in this kingdom, and you deserve the renown that you will be given. It doesn't make you an anointed knight, but but it is certainly of note, especially here in Palatinus. And
So
our
I'm
nearby
a
neighbors will
Mister. I'm a
certainly-
Mister now, but not quite a Sir.
Yeah, well, you can title yourself as you like, of course, subject to the laws of the area that you're in.
Well, you let me know when the slot in your nobility opens up, because I got my eyes on the prize.
Very well, very well. So, cool. You guys all sign in the book.
Yep.
Awesome.
Yeah.
I
Nina,
sign in
Nina,
in
it is
Elvish.
at this point you realize
You don't know
I don't know how to
either.
write.
Hmm.
Caven,
Oh snap!
Caven will write it for
That's
her.
what I did know how to write.
Nope.
Interesting.
Well, I mean, you have amnesia, so like.
Yeah, you've just been kind of going through the world for the last year
so
with
I
whatever
can read,
knowledge
but I
you have.
cannot write.
Who said you could read?
That
Awkward.
makes it
Awkward.
awkward.
Caven offers to sign her name for her.
Kevin like guides her hand like this.
No,
Funny. How long
Haven,
did it take to learn how?
a long time.
Ah, shit.
It is,
I
it is at this point because you've never really had to use it before. Most people in the medieval world didn't. You realize, like, shit, I think I'm illiterate.
Well, I
Uh-oh.
don't remember.
I sign it in Elvish script, like Durian Burr, son of, and I give my father and my
Dolan?
grandfather's name. Dolan, yes. Well, I mean, I wasn't going to say it out loud, but yes,
Oh, sorry.
son of Dolan, son of Dogbert.
Dogbert.
What even?
Awesome. So cool. You all sign in. Caben assists Ninalia. And, yeah. You guys are offered residence in the castle for the next few days if you so wish.
Which we should probably need to do.
I think
since
we're
we have
sticking around for a
stuff
few days.
Yeah,
We got stuff made. We're gonna do more shopping.
Awesome.
Some more
You
performances now.
you
that it's
attend dinner with the king.
there.
And, there are quite a few other nobles there. You're maybe a ways down the table, but especially compared to the last time you were there, Caben, as you were sitting next to Prince Orin,
Mhm.
right beside the king. But it's a beautiful dinner. It's fancy. You meet some nice people. Unless you had any requests, I figure you have a nice dinner.
I was gonna say, do we want you to do it?
Caven's just eating.
No.
No.
So I actually, prior to the session, I tried to carve out time that I could write an ode to our deeds, like actually write something, and I just couldn't get around to it. I wish I had, because I would
Next
stand up
time.
and I would recite it now. Well, this would be the perfect time to do it. Josh is right, but I don't have it. I'm not going to do it off the cuff, because I was
mean,
going to do
the-
at least rhyming couplets.
Yeah. The king asks for you to recount the tale of the battle. I assume you give a...
I recount it in like bardic chant, like so I'm not trying to
Yeah.
roll, but I use my bardic skill to tell the tale.
Yeah, so you tell the tale and fancy it up a bit, but
I begin with Prince Orin's death, and that's how it begins, and it ends with yeah.
Very good.
In honor of Prince Orin.
Awesome. So you tell the tale and have a wonderful dinner.
Cool.
And we'll move on to the next day then.
Alrighty.
Alright.
You guys
Yes.
wake up.
I guess we'll run. This is the first stop since we're probably,
Yeah, definitely.
going to be pressed for time soon.
Yeah, do we want to end it here?
Oh, we can
possibly.
probably identify the items.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's right, yeah, okay.
Let's figure that out. And then
Yeah,
we'll-
Quickly run to
let's find out
Llewellyn's.
what you got.
Okay.
Cool. So you guys head back to Llewellyn's. Ah, my friends. Oh, go ahead.
No, go
Did you
go
have to
ahead.
leave? Okay.
No.
Ah, my friends, good to see you again. Good to see you again. So, you brought me some very interesting things yesterday. Very interesting. This shield, and he pulls out the shield. Why, this is a beautiful, beautiful item. It is a moderately enchanted shield. It is a +2 shield. It's-
Yeah, no, I got modern legion.
Yep. So you'll see just under magic shield, that's what it looks like. And these, well, these are quite interesting, and he pulls out the bracers. These, I've seen something like this before. They're called Bracers of Falcon's Aim. They're very, very useful for archers. What they do is they grant a +3 competence bonus on perception checks, a +1 competence bonus on ranged attacks, and the crit multiplier for your bows and crossbows becomes 19 to 20 times 3. Doesn't stack with other effects that would do such a thing.
Like keen.
Ooh, they're
Like
fancy
keen
looking
weapons.
too.
Caven's
Yeah.
ears perk up a little bit.
Yeah.
Yes.
So I say to Nina, I say, are you sure? I mean, all this stuff, are you sure the sword is not useful to you?
No. I sort of like look down.
You
Not
feel
really.
some god whose name you don't know drop a tear far above you.
Nina,
I mean, I look
trying
and
to
like,
drop a tear. I'm trying to drop a hint.
Nina,
Like, you might need
I mean-
that.
No, it's,
Okay,
I
I'll tell you
never
the
make
thing.
my things item specific.
yeah, Nina.
You
Uh,
don't need any item to accomplish any task.
One thing to think
Yeah.
about, maybe not your primary weapon, but we all can see, or at least like have, what do we call it? Not dark vision, but
You have low light vision.
low light vision.
Which is quite helpful.
It is, and not that it's the same, but if we're ever fighting more in a darkened area, this could just be your other weapon you can use, where you'll have be much more
Me.
effective.
if you want me to keep a really expensive backup weapon, yeah.
I mean, if you will use it, if you think it's going to come in handy, then.
Well,
But we definitely can use the gold and get something else.
I think
In
we should
game
use the
life-
gold to get something
yeah, I
else.
was gonna say, in game wise, it's very nice. Number-wise, with skills and feats, I literally have the same practical statistic with my scythe,
Well, it's
even
not-
at master weapon.
Yeah, Caven's not saying replace your scythe. But okay.
All right, Travis, we
Sounds-
tried.
We're selling it.
Okay.
So I am, and I say the shield. Anyone? Anyone want the shield?
I sort of point to Amarith, actually.
I don't use a sword that often. I fight with my bow more
Wait,
than I
what
fight with my
did we get the
longsword.
shield identified?
Yeah, but
Yeah, it's a
you
+2
also
shield.
have primary.
Oh,
Plus two.
sorry. Okay.
Is there a picture of it? What about
I must have missed that one. Sorry.
It is.
not-
It's in there under magic
Is it?
shield.
Oh, it
I
didn't pop up.
can't. Is
Yeah.
it usable with my It's a
Uh,
heavy steel shield. It's too heavy for me. I mean,
Yeah, I mean,
it would be a
It'd
hindrance
be-
to my spell casting. I think.
it would.
Uh,
Like,
I-
you use
uh,
it as well. Then.
None of us
I don't
use
think it'd be a good idea for me to use a heavy shield. I mean, I do have a heavy wooden shield, but it's like I don't use it enough. I feel
Well, it's up to you.
like I use my bow more often. I'm not often pulling out my sword and shield. What?
Sorry, I was laughing at what Stupid Ann said in the show.
Oh,
He said, Travis, have a giant boulder fall out of the sky and just crush the scythe.
and nothing else.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't think I would.
So
use...
we quickly talk amongst ourselves.
Yeah, I don't think I would use his shield enough
Yeah.
to make it worth
Well,
it.
if-
I would rather have the bracers.
Oh,
Okay.
I guess the real question: he's going to use the rod now that I'm getting my scythe back.
The rod, we
Oh.
kind of pass it around as a
Um,
backup, and we can spread ice
I'll hold
out.
on to it.
Amareth,
Yeah,
you
yeah,
have
yeah,
knowledge
you're using the
arcana,
rod.
right?
Yes, I do. +3.
Why don't you roll that for me?
Okay. Oh, great! Wonderful roll.
Never mind. Cool.
All
Okay,
right.
doesn't Durian have that as well?
Yeah, but
Oh, he
it's
does.
something. Yeah, I definitely do.
Okay. Make a roll.
And I have
Do I know
+6.
what I'm rolling for?
No,
No.
because
Okay.
that would be answered by whether or not you hit it. Okay.
I know a little bit.
Okay.
A lot more than me.
Alright, fine. Continue on. Never
Right.
mind.
Right. It's fine. It happens. All right.
We should
Moving
either,
on. Anyways, I want those bracers.
yeah, we should sell the shield, or someone has to change what weapon they're using. I don't think any of us want to do that.
I think we should sell the shield, sell the sword because apparently someone who should use it doesn't want it. Caven gets the bracers, and then
Where's the shield
Durian should get the shirt, in my opinion.
I think the shirt
say-
should go to Durian, or yeah.
Yeah.
I say, oh, God, I don't know.
Durian or Nina. That's what I meant.
What?
Nina's turning down an awesome thing.
No, I mean, Durian
No,
can use it.
I no
could use
reason
my-
contemplating keeping
I'm not
the.
using this.
I'm contemplating keeping it all, guys, except for the. I mean, we don't know if the shield and the sword interact. That's one thing. Probably not, because Travis gave
I
us
mean-
the journal entry with all the stuff written in it. So.
Well, you wish to perform a little bit of an experiment? Actually, that could be very, very dangerous. Let's not. Let's not.
I mean, the shield has some green on it, but I don't think they're. I don't know.
I mean, I would personally love to. Jimmy would love to use the sword, but Durian can't. So,
Yeah.
So
Okay,
if-
so
hold on.
So you guys want to sell them?
Wait, Durian, if you suspect there might be an act, he has to identify both of them anyways. So he's gonna have to identify the sword anyways.
He identified the shield already. He
Yeah,
hasn't
yeah.
identified
No,
the sword.
Yeah,
right. So
I mean,
if we sell it to him, he's gonna have to identify the sword. Also, you can have him check for if they match up for anything.
okay, so zoom back in game. It sounds like we're selling the sword and the shield, right, guys?
Mhm.
All right.
I mean, I can't use the sword, or else I would. But you know,
Cool.
What's going to happen is I'm going to die, and I'm going to come back as a fighter with Bastard Sword Mastery, and I'm going to be pissed. But
You shouldn't have picked bastards.
I tell you what, I can stab myself right now. Reroll Bastard Sword Fighter.
No.
here we go.
Oh,
Okay,
yeah.
so zoom back in game.
Yep.
We
So you
chatted for a
guys-
moment, and I say,
Yep.
Llewellyn, I think we're going to keep a handle on those bracers if what you say is true, and
Absolutely.
I will tell you this sword. I understand what you need to do, but I will tell you that what you have here, and I pull out the sword,
Mm-hmm.
and I show it. I'm like holding it in my hands. I say, this is a moderately enchanted bastard sword, and it has an extra property that the wielder is granted an odd form of dark vision, where it seems to have a pretty good range, but it taints the eyes or taints the vision in a greenish sort of light. So here, please hold it. See for yourself.
Kind of pulls it out. Ah, I see what you mean. Ah, well, it's all the same. Dark vision's black and white anyway. Guess it's
Yes.
just green and black.
So I
Excellent.
understand you need to identify it, but I think
Yes,
we
I
would like
do.
to make you a sale of the shield and the sword following your, or trade-in, if you will, because we would like to
Yes,
purchase
yes.
your rapier and your spellguard bracers.
hmm
Excellent. Well, let's see here. The shield, I can do 2,000 gold on that. Whereas the sword, if what you say is true, I can do 4,000 on that. 6,000 total going toward the trade-in.
Come, Llewellyn. 2 items of a pair like this, whether or not they're matched or not, they're still certainly with a moderate enchantment. I've seen your own gear, what you're selling with moderate enchantments.
Yes, yes. However, a certain markup is needed.
I understand. Well, if you think I trust your judgment, so if that you think is going to be an adequate trade-in, we will take it.
What do you say
Okay.
for the shield?
2 and
2,000.
4.
Oh god. I mean, is it gonna become a time where I'm gonna fight with the ice rod again?
Depends how many scythes can you break.
I
Pissed
mean,
if I break this one. If I
even
thinking
with
of
a
doing
+1
something.
rapier, I still have an equal chance to hit with a rod, and I can use a rod. So
we're gonna keep the rod in the
The
party.
rod is a great crowd control.
Yeah, we're gonna
effect,
keep that
too.
in.
Ah, yes, my dear. By the way, this, we managed to repair this. He
Oh,
brings out the
great.
rod.
right, I owe you another 100 gold, don't I?
Ah, yes, yes, you do. I would actually be rather interested in purchasing this. I admit, my friends, my curiosity got the better of me. I just had to see what it was. I would make you an offer for this as well. I'd give you 5,000 gold for it.
hmm.
Well,
That's like game. What do you say about selling the rod but keeping the sword?
No.
Okay.
Nah, keep the rods up.
Fair enough.
We appreciate the offer, but this was also a gift from a dear story and dear friends.
Now likely deceased. Have you heard word from
Silvish.
From Silvish. I did hear.
Silvish? Yeah.
Yes, I'm sorry. I don't know anything really about it. Just heard that it happened.
Yeah, that's where we're heading
The
next.
leader of the town granted us this rod from their storied, or I don't know, from
Okay,
their past.
yes.
Yeah, their arsenal. So
Excellent. Well, I'm quite sorry to hear that. Yes. Well, if you ever do find you don't need it anymore, look me up. I would be interested in purchasing it.
certainly. So 6,000 then, or did you say 7?
Tell you what, I can do 6,500 towards trade-ins, of course.
Well, we have purchases for you, so.
Excellent, excellent. Well, I'll need a day to identify it. Let's fast track that, guys.
Yep, fast track it.
Awesome.
Or
You
what
can-
we can do is, yeah, we
You get
just
there
did-
the next day.
Yeah,
the next
My
day
scythe
we.
ready yet?
did we mention
Actually,
doing if there's any pair enchantments? I don't know if those exist.
I don't know. Are we fast tracking or not?
I was gonna
Fast
say,
track.
is my
Yeah, we're
scythe
fast
ready?
tracking.
Awesome. So yeah, he identifies it same thing as Durian. Doesn't appear to have any other enchantments on it.
There's nothing if they're together.
I tell the so I say guys 6,500 gold for the rapier and the bracers. It's 8,200. I say we put the entire cost of the bracers towards.
Races.
So the entire cost of the bracers is 5,000. I say we put the 6,500 entirely to that, which will leave out 1,500. I will take 1,500 for the rapier and use the remainder for my own money. So that'd be another 1,700 that I'll spend out of pocket for the.
Yep. All right. So you guys, Amareth has Spellguard bracers, and Durian has a nice new rapier.
And I got some bracers.
Yeah, so we haven't got rid of the shield yet, have we? Might actually. hold
Yeah,
on to
you
that.
sold
Yeah,
that.
we did.
We sold
For
the shield.
2K.
Have we sold it yet?
Yeah,
we
the
did
Shield's
sell
gone. 2K. Sword is gone. 4K.
Yep.
for well
4 and a
40
half, I guess.
Yeah, 4.5.
Oh, okay. Cool.
Cool. Decision made.
So I hope have you been tracking all the money, Travis? I've been trying to, but we got 1,000 extra gold each from the king.
Yep.
So I'm down to like 1,800 or something like that. Okay. Maybe not, like 2,000.
I was gonna say you should be.
Exactly. Well, I spent 50 gold out of pocket for the identify, but
Mm-hmm.
okay, that's fine.
I was gonna say, is the scythe ready yet? The Masterwork scythe.
Yeah, you head over and pick it up.
So what do I have now? 4,000 or something in gold for the king.
You have whatever you had plus about 1,000. So.
Oh right, I give 165 to the blacksmith as well. The other half of the payment.
Yep.
So I have no idea. I think I got like just under 4K or whatever it is.
Just under 3K or just under 4K. Yep, you're right.
Alright, so yeah, Llewellyn and enchanting, he said it costs like how much to get it enchanted again?
You could 2,000. Basically, you can make it a +1 scythe for $2,000.
And if I wanted to give, I asked like what other non-thingy bonuses can he grant it?
You can't afford any of them.
I know, but I'm curious nonetheless. Like what he can do personally.
Oh, I see what you mean. Let's see. He can make it. Shoot, where is it? Here we go. Yes, he can make it burst with a shock of frost anytime it hits. He can also. Let's see. Yeah, he could do that. He can make it roar with a thunder with a cacophonous roar. God damn, I can't talk today. Whenever you strike a critical blow against a foe. He can also do a few other things that would be extremely expensive.
Okay, so
Basically
he said
gave
he
you
could
the
do,
plus one.
Like, so he said he could put like frost burst on it, whatever it is.
Yes, he can.
How much would it actually cost for the frost?
8,000 gold total to enchant it.
Can it happen after the original enchantment is put on? Or does it all have to
No,
happen
it's got to be done all at once.
I'll just go the normal +1 enchantment.
Alright. It'll take a couple days. You guys are hanging around town anyway. Caben, you pick up your buckler, by the way.
Yay! I was gonna ask about.
Cool. And you guys are all outfitted with your new items. And I think it's a good time to call it a night, because we're running a bit late.
I drink 8 gallons of ale.
It's
And
rather
probably
weak.
dies.
Awesome. Well, cool, guys. We got quite a few things sorted out, and I am looking forward to seeing what happens next week when the
Yes.
party, after doing their shopping, embarks on their next adventure. 2
Yeah,
weeks.
are you
2 weeks.
off, Josh? Are you off next week?
Yeah, that's when I get the procedure done on my elbow.
Okay.
Is next
Okay,
So
so
2 weeks from now.
do you guys want to play anytime next week? I'm pretty free right now, so.
I mean,
Wait,
anytime
this
next week, like
No.
Non-Monday is what you're asking, right?
Yeah, non-Monday date.
Yeah, I guess, Josh, how long are you waylaid?
yeah, I was gonna say.
I seriously don't care what they say. I'm coming home the exact day it gets done. I'm not staying in the hospital, so. Personal
So-
preference.
Probably later in the
would you
day
wanna
than
play-
the week. Yeah.
Would you want to play later in the week then?
It'd have to be later in the week, not that day.
Okay,
Yeah,
so
I
maybe we
understand.
could do like Thursday or something.
Yeah, I
We
can
can
do
talk about it via
Thursday.
Skype and try and figure out our schedules and
So,
stuff. So.
Well, Thursday, my Friday,
Yes.
Yes.
I could do that day easily.
Okay.
I would just skip the gym and yeah.
That's our
Yeah,
Thursday.
Through the gym.
I might be like
Yeah,
this.
D&D's
29th,
I
yeah.
might be like this with my arm, sort of like in a bandage, but I could do
That's
it.
fine.
Yeah,
We
that's
won't
alright.
make fun of you too much. We'll try not to.
You have
not.
to dance, Nina.
Dance.
Dance, puppet.
I think I'll be good for the 29th. I should be.
No,
Okay.
it's the 5th. 29th is this week.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, the 5th.
Oh, that's. I could do it. Just gotta be my. Actually, no, it'd be the 6th for me, wouldn't it?
It'd be
Yeah.
6 for you.
Yep.
The
Oh,
morning
that's
of the
good.
6th for you.
Okay. Yeah, let's do
Alright.
that tentatively.
Alrighty.
Cool.
Well, I guess I will talk to you guys later then. Maybe we can
Yeah.
play some league in between now and then.
Probably.
Maybe.
Fun to get back into it. I'm looking forward to it.
Yep.
Guess
All
I'll
right.
remember to change my character sheet a little bit with the scythe.
Yeah, I've got all the updates written down, so. Along with plenty of money, darn you guys.
Mhm.
Actually, I just blew a good chunk of it, so.
Yes, you did.
Yeah, cool. Well, thanks for watching, guys. Like I said, this was kind of a kickoff for, I guess, kind of a season 2 for us because we finished a big arc last time, and this is a cool
Yeah.
introduction. We also just transferred all the old sessions, or as long as all the ones we can get our hands on, over to a YouTube account. So that should be with the button under the stream pretty soon.
Yeah.
So
We'll be doing some new links and stuff.
yeah, if
and-
you guys
Mhm.
miss a week, you can always just watch on YouTube because the Twitch VODs are kind of finicky. So,
Yeah,
and I
that's
use
Twitch.
I use kind of
Understatement?
yeah as a
Understatement.
big understatement.
Oh, yeah.
Alright.
Cool,
Well,
guys.
just
All
talk to
right.
you guys later. And
Yep.
thanks everyone for watching.
See you guys. Thanks for watching.
Yeah,
Yep.
thanks, guys, and thank you guys. It's good session.
Good session. Feels good. Feels
Good to get caught back up.
Good to get loot.